teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a real Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Better tougher for the snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point fit, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link when I smash Valdez. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Panda and Grizzly Show. I am Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer. I got Red Panda down there who's not so red, so that's pretty cool. How's everyone doing?
Doing great, man. How you been?
Bad.
Tired.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, tired. That's just what it is. It's par for the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh man, we got James in here. What's going on? Got G Money. Bears playoff bound, no cap. Hey, I can see it. There's definitely ways for us to get to the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if we get 3 teams out of this division into the playoffs.
Damn. I agree with you. I think the only team is not going to make it is Minnesota.
But I will say Minnesota is still good too. So this division is just bonkers. So,
Man, I don't like.
Interesting
like-
question. They all have things they're individually great at. Training together will make them better. Their teams better, competition stronger, and the league more competitive. I love what you're doing with that. Yes,
It's good. It's good.
So I say yes. Okay, I like that question answer. I like the answer. And then we got Rasta. What's up, Rasta?
What's up, Rasta?
So now he's still red. He's like, "What up? What up, Rasta? That's awesome."
Said not so red. So
That's the key.
yeah.
Still trying to find out these settings.
Hey,
I think I just got to get a new camera. Yeah.
I got one for you. We might be okay. But guys, when you look at, I want to jump right into the topic because we had mini camp this past week. We had OTAs and then we had mini camp, and the Bears, had 90% participation. Of course, Nate Davis wasn't really doing nothing because that's what Nate Davis does. We signed Mercedes Lewis. To a 40-year-old tight end who's like another tackle, and it's also a coach on the field. I don't hate that.
No, I love that actually.
We've had some ups and downs in camp. Like when we were doing those mini camp, we heard crazy things about Caleb. He had this awful day, and then the next day they do this great thing. And our defense, when they're all together, they're monsters. We have the Bears saying, "Hey, that we're looking for an outside rush. We're going to find one." Giving us little seeds of things, and all that happened within the last week.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that was interesting. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question before we get to the main question is, how do you think mini camp went?
What do you think, Freya? Where do you want me to go?
Go ahead, go.
It was okay. I mean, people are losing their damn minds over the littlest things. It's every year. It's the same thing. It was like we're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're not gonna win a single game. Like it's and it could be
probably
every other day, and that's not even just for like the whole training camp. It's like one day we're Super Bowl champions, and the next day is like we're the worst team in the NFL. It's like fans get like so quick to
judge and
yeah. You know, they're just so quick to get into their feelings with the team. You know that it's looking back at it, it's funny for sure. It's funny, but yeah, but it's just it's normal. I didn't think anything bad or good. You know, it's like he's learning. They're figuring out timing. You know, figuring out snaps and being under center. It's all learning. You know, so they're doing things a little bit slower. They might be doing things a little bit different pace to learn the motions, to learn the timing. You know, and then build up to actual game time kind of pace. So I don't know. It's just normal kind of practice. I that's what I saw. You know, but
Yeah.
know, ask people on Facebook, it's a different story.
Yeah. I agree on Kramer. You know, everybody gets excited. You know, we draft them and we get a dude say, "Oh, Super Bowl, Super Bowl." Then we hear these stories that like, "Oh, he got 7 picks in one practice or whatever." And then people start talking shit. We should have kept Justin. He's no good. We should have traded the pick. The following day, he does a lot better. And then everybody's like, okay, we have the best and whatever. Now, the only downfall is we mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, the division. I think Bears are going to land in number 3 or dead last in a division, only considering Green
How?
Bay. Well, hear me out. Only considering because Green Bay, um, their chemistry is all together. Detroit's chemistry is all together. Now we all know when chemistry teams, just like those two in our division, they're a lot harder to beat, no matter what, because the coaching staff's been intact, the quarterback, the personnel, all that's already been intact, already been there. Maybe they lost a guy or picked up another guy, what have you. As far as Minnesota goes as well, they have a rookie. They don't even know who's going to start, JJ or who's the other guy, Darnold. I think they have.
Yeah, Sam
So
Darnold.
they don't even know 100%. So that's what I'm saying. And I don't want to say we're gonna win the division. I don't want to say we're number 2. I feel comfortable for me right now to say, okay, I could see us maybe 3, possibly last, due to the fact that see what Minnesota does. You know,
They're
they have a
terrible.
strong.
That's what I don't understand. They're terrible. I mean, they offensively they're okay. But I just I don't think so. And then Green Bay, I will say this: Jordan Love has turned out to be a decent quarterback, but they don't have elite talent around them, and they haven't really solved all their line problems. And just they have B level talent, and they have good coaching. So if we have the good coaching and our defense turns up, I don't see how they can even be really there. I think the Bears and Green Bay finish with similar records.
Really?
Kind of like last year.
I think Green Bay gets. I think we go in the last game of the season. The Bears are going to be 9-7, and Green Bay will be 8-8. And whoever wins that game gets to the playoffs. I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know,
man. And Green Bay is not like this world beater. Like if you look at the games, they got hot at the right time. But week 8, like week 7, we all had the same record. So like we were all floundering and trying to figure out where we were. So with all these division games at the end of the season, I think you're overestimating. I think we're afraid of the big bad wolf, and Green Bay is nothing to be afraid of. You have a better defense. You have more talent. We have more talent on our offense than they do.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's once again, there's an opinion, but I think if that's the case, if Jordan Love doesn't have a lot of talent around him, it kind of reminds me of Deshaun Watson when he's with Houston. 0 talent, but this guy gunsling it, and he still was managed to get a bunch of wins still. So that alone is kind of like iffy. I'm not saying I'm afraid of him. I'm not at all. I'm just saying that the chemistry, they possibly are gelling, even though they don't have a lot of talent, but they still have.
And you
something
saying they're
there
gelling
where
when most of their guys were hurt most of the year. Like, Christian Watson was out for the majority of the year. He's supposed to be their number one receiver.
Yeah.
So how is he really gelling with Jordan Love? So I think it's a lot. So I don't know. It's not like you're wrong. I just think that
Yeah.
you
But
can't be
Yeah.
afraid of Green Bay. I don't know if that's what.
And if he's your number one, then you got a problem. Because
Yeah.
he's good. I don't think he's a number one. He's a number two. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was sick of him. So
I think he has a lot of talent. He's very fast, but he's had hamstring problems the last 3 years of wherever he's played. And they think they found the answer for the hamstring problem, but that's going to be an issue in his entire career. Dobbs might be really the real number one. They have guys that might sneak in and become good, but they are not top end talent. And then when our best thing, what DJ Moore said today or yesterday, we have the number one something. And he said we have the number one defensive backfield in all the NFL. There's no question in his mind that we have the number one defensive backfield in the NFL. And that's what he keeps on saying. And that means a lot. So having Montez Sweat, if you get pressure on them and having the best defensive backfield, I think it's going to add up and give them a lot of wins. But I think we are going to be better teams. That's not going to be the question. The question is going to be, is our quarterback able to win games? Can this rookie quarterback, who is a rookie, win us games?
As long as he passes more than 250 a game, I think that's the accomplishment right there.
That's a lot.
I mean,
it's hard.
Yeah.
Bears have never done it.
Yeah. I was going to say Bears have never had a rookie or any quarterback do that. So that's crazy. I hate that stat. I can't wait.
Yeah, Bardo.
If Caleb fixes that stat,
you might be a fan. Look at it. He's like, well,
I'll buy a jersey. I'll buy a jersey.
You'll be on your own with that one. I'm not buying one.
I mean, he will. I mean, if he does that, he'll be the best quarterback in Bears history. So
that's not saying anything. It's like I'm the world's tallest small person.
That's funny.
Bardo says, why Caleb Williams trained with assistant QB and an injured one? Why would he? Here's the thing. So just to answer that question, Will Hewlett is Caleb Williams' personal quarterback, right? His coach. That's his quarterback coach. He also coaches Anthony Richardson and Brock Purdy. He's their coach too. So even in the pre-draft process, Caleb Williams was practicing with Brock Purdy the entire time. He would get up early and on Monday mornings or whatever and throw the ball with him and see his footwork and see his quick trigger and his decision making and all those things. So that's what they're already doing beforehand. So this is something that he's going to do getting ready for training camp. He's going to go back to that because Caleb Williams found out a lot of things that he has to work on. I think his number one thing we really found out was that he is not good at calling the plays and for doing his cadence. His cadence is awful. He's never done it. So
really,
in college, the way it works is the coach really calls the plays for me. So you're telling people number 13 and you go off of clap. That's how the ball is snapped. You go off a clap. And it was the first clap, second clap, 3. Now you get the ball, okay, and you're going. So it's not just him learning how to take the ball from under center. It's also him having a cadence and knowing how to utilize that cadence. So he has a lot to learn in those aspects. And being with Brock Purdy, Anthony Richardson might be really good for him for those reasons because they've already played in the NFL and they can show you how to do that. And Brock Purdy has gotten a lot of people off sides with his cadence.
Is that a normal college thing or is that just his system that he was in?
Coming out of college, it's happening a lot more and more.
Yeah. Okay.
People not having cadence, not used to having cadence. So remember, Caleb Williams played for 2 different teams. It was just with so USC. He was also Oklahoma, right? And he said for 4 years he hasn't had a cadence.
Mm. That's interesting.
That
So
is.
that's little stuff like leadership stuff, right? I hate the guy Aaron Rodgers, but he was the best at it. Get
Right.
people all to flinch. The offensive line was working with Caleb all during training camp or mini camp, trying to get him to have his cadence. Either one to be consistent because the offensive line needs to be able to get off right, and then you need to be able to have inflection when things are not, or you're going to go on 3. And he needs to work on all those things. He needs to learn how to be a professional NFL quarterback.
Mm.
And I think that's the reason why this whole thing with Purdy and AR might be great for him.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would say honestly probably more Purdy than AR.
Right.
Because AR is what got 2 games on Caleb. Like,
That's funny.
No, he's right though.
Yeah.
I mean, no, like legit. How many he's got? 5, right? Maybe.
I think he played 6 games, 6 or 7 games.
Yeah,
He,
okay.
he had
Not much.
really good games in those games, but he hasn't.
He's gonna be good this year, Yeah, but so yeah, going with Purdy. Yeah, Purdy he is a system quarterback, but
Comes from a good
Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Like, and he's the greatest quarterback of all time, type of shit. So, it's not bad. If you find a system that works for everybody, then yeah, I mean,
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
No, I 100%
if you
agree.
can say something about Belichick, if Brady was a system quarterback, was Belichick just like a one quarterback kind of coach? I don't know. So
People always forget about how Belichick was good in New England and Cleveland. You get Cleveland on winning season. Come on, if your name's not Stefanski, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, but yeah.
We got Derpy in here. What's up,
Yo,
Derpy? So I think Caleb Williams went to the University of Spoiled Children and will be a bust. Bust.
That's funny.
Just because he went to USC. I still say, no matter what, I've been consistent. I'm a Justin Fields guy, but I've been consistent with Caleb Williams. I feel like his floor is Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
I feel like I've said it every week for the last.
Yeah, you have.
Been saying a while.
His floor is Kyler Murray, and that's great if that's your floor. That means you're going to be a damn good quarterback. I don't know if you win because of him, but talent-wise, you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a good first step too, with the talent.
I think so too. Need it. I still don't understand why he would go train with veterans. Well, I mean, that's just kind of what it is. I mean, you're gonna be with your quarterback coach, right? And then you need to see people that have been there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you guys a question. Go ahead.
Well, before, I think to answer that question is because the veterans are more the old school versus what new school is now. So things have changed, evolved, and everything's different. So maybe it's great to learn some things from veterans, but with Purdy and AR, maybe it's best to go with that route, considering Purdy's been in the league for 3 years now. So
Killing it.
Yeah.
right, exactly. So he's more up tempo or up to beat on what the evolution of the NFL has changed. Back then, there was no scrambling quarterbacks. Just one was Randall Cunningham, and then a little bit after was Mike Vick, and that's it. Everybody was a pocket passer, right?
What about
So
Cordell Stewart?
nowadays,
Yeah.
it's like almost everywhere in the league, you have Jackson, Cam Newton, and all those guys, all those scramblers
You
out there.
have honestly, you right now you have to have scrambling ability.
Right, of course.
So,
It opens up the
that's
playbook.
part of it.
Yeah, it opens up the playbook. You're a double-edged sword now.
My question to you guys is: I understand what Bardo is saying, but would you rather him train with Brock Purdy and AR or Tyson Bagent and Brett Ripien?
Only to hold their water. That's it.
I mean,
Here, Tyson, hold this for me. Just
Yeah,
hang
I
on.
mean,
Hold my
What are they
beer.
going to teach him? Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
right.
this is how you hold the clipboard real tight like this. Not like that, like this.
Dude, when you're talking to the mic, make sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. And Brock Purdy, man. I mean, is he like a great quarterback? No, but but also if anybody's as close to Caleb with Purdy, kind of Purdy situation, because Purdy's got minus CMC, who's just the best running back in the league. You have a great system around you. So with Caleb having great receivers, one being a rookie though, and two veterans, with Allen and Moore.
Andre
I mean,
Swift.
it's Swift plus the tight ends. Plus,
Mhm.
Swift is not a pushover. Don't get me wrong either. He's no CMC. I'm
Right.
not saying that, but he's solid.
No,
I think he's
but
gonna do
him
pretty
and
good this year.
Roshan and Khalil Herbert and
Yeah. So he's got a nice
I'm with
committee
you.
back there. So yeah, being able to like work in a system that has good talent around you. I mean, Purdy might be the guy you want to learn from. Is like, listen, give him the ball and get out the fucking way. That's Purdy's
100%.
Yeah.
Your job is to be a point guard, especially coming this first year.
Yeah.
And I think this is why I
Get
want
the
to
ball
bring
to the
in
person.
Martin's quote thing. He says, "I don't care. I don't know. I don't think Caleb will do as good as people think. I don't think Caleb Williams is a win because of quarterback, just because he's coming to the NFL and he has talent.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you do. You don't come in. You have to learn this the league. Like, no one just jumps in and they win immediately. Aaron Rodgers came in and he went 6-10, I believe, his first year. You saw all the talent, but you don't win just because you have talent.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think it's more important for him to come in and be that point guard. So being like what Brock Purdy is, don't try to do it on yourself. Don't try to win the games by yourself. Give the ball to the people who can win these games. Get the ball out of your hand. Make the offensive line look good. Those are the things that you're going to do. That's how you win. I don't need him to learn how to be a superstar his first year. I don't want him training with, all these unbelievable quarterbacks, this first year. I don't need him trying to be Patrick Mahomes right now. Don't try to be, any of these guys right now. Learn the system, learn to be a professional, and just be, a standard. Just be the guy who gets the ball out of his hand, and then the talent will take over. He has the talent. It will take over as long as you learn, the little stuff first. Be that guy. Learn how to be the leader. Let people be able to look up to you, look at you, and believe that you can do it.
Yeah. I mean, and you want, like you said, you want that. You want to be the leader. You want to do that. And the best thing to do with veterans is get them the ball. Learn how to get them the ball effectively, and then you get their trust because they're like, oh, he knows what to do. Give me the effing ball, I'll make the play. And that's what especially with somebody like DJ Moore, it's like you give the man the ball, so. But yeah, but you have guys on ESPN all the time, like, oh, they're gonna go to the playoffs. They're gonna go deep in the playoffs. I forgot what his name is on ESPN. I was like, bro, like,
I hear
wishful
people say
thinking.
that.
I appreciate it, but I don't know about that.
I hear people say that all the time. I'm like, really? I don't. I'll probably make it to the playoffs, maybe barely squeaking by, because
Yeah, it'd be a wild card.
a team would lose and this team tied and this team lost their dog somewhere and we made it in the playoffs. That kind of BS, I don't
look at
think
us. We won
I don't
7
think
games last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like we're starting on the base of 7 games, right? And there's 3 games last year could have won. Now, I'm not saying Caleb Williams is better than Justin Fields right now. I don't know if that's a true statement at all. But what I do know is there's a lot more talent on this team already. And Justin Fields had that talent on that team and had a consistent line, they probably would have won 10 games. So when we're talking about the same defense, or a defense that's even better, because Kevin Byard is better than Eddie Jackson right now. That's just what it is. He's better. He's been to Pro Bowl 2 times. He has the talent. So we have a better defense. If we could get someone on that other end, right? We have a stronger offense with more talent. And we should have won 10 games last year. We won 7, should have won 10. So what's the difference for me saying I think the Bears win 10 games this year? Oh, we won the 3 games we should have won?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not saying this epiphany. Like, it's like, no, we win the 3 games we should have won because we have this talent now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I see it. Yeah. And that's why I agree. Like 10 wins, 9 or 10 is right there. But I
11,
the
12,
more I
now
think
you're
about the
talking
more,
crazy.
yeah. Well, then you're talking about like winning the division. If you
Yeah.
get to 11, you're like, damn, that's like, what's Detroit gonna do? 12, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you're
I
talking
think
about
Detroit wins
division.
11, 12 games. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
was like, if you go 11, 12 for the Bears, now you're saying like we're winning the division because but that's the difference between 10 wins and 12 wins, especially in a division like this. It's like maybe a wild card versus winning the division.
That's another team that doesn't scare me. Detroit. Why?
Detroit.
Because we always seem to have their number. Now, I think just like I feel like we have a bit more talent than the other 2 teams, I feel like Detroit has more talent than us. just flat out. They got more talent. But we somehow play them tight, play them tough. So, and we the splitting with them most of the time. And there's games we usually win. So I'm not afraid of them. I think in 2 years we can challenge for the division. I just don't think you don't go from point A to point C. You got to go from A to B, B to C.
Right.
So
You
let's
said
try to
it.
win those games we lost, and then go from there.
You said it. In 2 years. In 2 years, it's a different story than now. Everyone is talking about now. So in 2 years, yes, I could possibly see us winning the division, and maybe go probably deep in the playoffs, depending because now all the chemistry is already going. But this year, no.
This year, I'm saying I still think 10 games. That's all I'm asking for. 9 to 10 games. Nothing crazy.
Which is super doable.
Yeah, because you just
doable.
you upgraded your talent. It doesn't even matter about Caleb. Everybody else should be enough for that. You got DeAndre Swift. That's a better running back. Like if your line is good, that's better. You have better tight ends. That's better. That's all I'm asking for. So wishful thinking. I hope he busts. Russ gets hurt and Fields pop off.
That's awesome.
I personally, I am a crazy Bears fan. I really am. I love this show. I do all this stuff, but I did order my Steelers mini helmet. I got my Troy Polamalu jersey there too. So
nice.
That's my AFC team.
That's funny.
Let's say I expect Russ's ankles to break down. Martin, either that or he performs horribly. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Fields is in there week 5. They start 3-1, 1-3, and Justin Fields has been killing it in practice. And they said, "Hey, Justin, I want to go see what you got."
Yeah, man, that because especially like if you're a Fields fan, like like we are, like it's gonna be so interesting to see what happens over there because he's gonna get an opportunity this year, 100%. Russ is gonna mess up, because that's kind of how he's been the last 5
3 years,
seasons, like
so.
4 seasons, 3 years.
Yeah,
So he's been
3 years.
Yeah, he hasn't been as consistent and as good. Like he has like a horrible beginning or a horrible end, of the season. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens when Justin gets the opportunity.
Yeah. Justin will pop off because he has something to prove now, considering that Pittsburgh did not pick up the 5th-year option. So now he's going to be like, this is who I am. Oh, don't pick up the 5th. Don't worry. I'm going into free agents, and I'm going to get the bag. I'm going to get paid what I respectfully deserve. Don't worry about the 5th-year option. It's fine. The only thing about that is he needs to be healthy. Don't get hurt. Don't do any dumb or
fixed
stupid.
that offensive line. That's Pittsburgh's fixed their offensive line, which is Interesting.
And Fields is tough, man. Fields is super tough.
Dude, he is a blue collar quarterback for a blue collar city. So that's why I always thought Chicago was perfect for Justin Fields.
Yep.
Pittsburgh is also a blue collar town, but they respect
are.
those type of things. So, and you got Mike Tomlin who signed a 3-year extension. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
I told you
Fields is the new guy, if Fields is like the guy, does that 2-year becoming like, oh shit, okay, I'm staying here another 10 years? Like, because how do you walk away from something like that? So.
With money, whoever has the bag, that's where I go to.
Yeah, true.
I don't care who it is.
I mean, if Justin Smart, now whoever has the most money, but whoever has a great formula, because you don't want to go to a team that you pretty much, I get $250 million a year or whatever bullshit there is, but yet your team sucks. You're the all-star of the team and it sucks. Versus getting 100 for over 4 or 5 years or whatever it is, and then you're at a mediocre, decent, contendable team, right? Because I think that's more important if you're in a team that's contendable. Like you possibly make it playoff run or possibly make it all the way to the Super Bowl to get that opportunity to win it. I'd rather go with that route and get paid little than go to a crappy team and get paid a lot.
I think you have one chance. You have one chance to make this life-changing amount of money. So when you're 25 years old, you need to do whatever you can. Get the money. Get your money first. And then as you get older, try to win. Even Tom Brady got his bag first, and then he started taking pay cuts. Oh, I could take a pay cut once I got, $150 million, a wife that's making $400 million. I could do that then, but I'm not going to do it. I have to make my money first, because if I'm trying to only make $20 million a year, I'm never going to get to, where I should be. I'd rather be Kirk Cousins. Give me Kirk Cousins, Kirk Cousins made more money than everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, him. Who was the other quarterback that got a bunch of money? Cousins, Foles.
Kirk Cousins has done 3 years. He signed a 3-year, $99 million contract with the Vikings, and then he kept on getting that money over and over and over and over again. The dude has made somewhere like over $200 million in like 7 years, like 8 years. Like,
damn.
And then he just signed another $100 million contract. He just signed another $100 million contract. Kirk Cousins is the man at making money. And then shot
his
that
agent. His agent is JC Christ. So I don't know. I don't know what happened. What's the funds or fees or donations? Charity plates look like at church or something. But damn, he is killing it over there.
It is ridiculous. He has made $281 billion in his career.
How many years is that?
And he has $130 million remaining on his new 4-year deal.
Wow.
That's if he plays. What's the guarantee though on it?
No, it's guaranteed he's going to make that much money. It's $180 million contract. He's guaranteed $130 million left on that contract. The dude is going to walk away from the football with $400 million. I'd rather be him.
Yeah.
You could be Troy Aikman. Give me Kirk Cousins.
I mean,
exactly.
How many
be like Watson
win?
And get the bag.
Yeah.
I never said be like Watson. I don't know if that's the answer. But definitely get the bag.
Yeah.
Because you never know. What if you suck? Just in case it sucks, give me my money.
You got a decent amount of money to live on. Yep.
100% believe in that. Wow.
Yeah. But then later you can, once you got the money, you can kind of like test out the sports talk stuff. Like RG3. He never got the money though, right?
Not really. Yeah, never got the big bag.
He never was not hurt. But
here, Kirk Cousins is on pace to pass Tom Brady for third of all-time career earning by 2025. Only be behind Aaron Rodgers and Matthew Stafford. Those are the two quarterbacks that have made the most money.
Wow. Both won one Super Bowl. So
both have won
one Super Bowl each, right? And then Tom Brady, who was working on 2 hands of rings, and then Kirk Cousins. Those are your 4 highest. That's insane. Those are your four highest paid quarterbacks ever.
Ever.
Yeah. And like 3 out of 4 of them have 2 rings, while one person alone. That's crazy. But again, like, that's what kind of going back to what you said. You know, it's like, get your money. He got his money, but then he took a lot of pay cuts to keep getting those rings. You know, so you know, but and that's smart too. Is like, I'm gonna take the pay cut now, get the rings, get the recognition. Now my name is worth money. So now he's making more money he's ever made in the NFL, or about the same as he made in the NFL. Talking football every Sunday on a Fox or ESPN, whatever he signed. You know, so
let's see how smart he is. Let's see how bright. Is he going to become a Tony Romo, or he's going to be just a one-word guy?
I think he'll be average, obvious. But I think he's funny. He's funny, and he doesn't mind being like making fun of himself and stuff like that. Obviously with the roast, but yeah. Also, you know how much money he made with the roast? Like, I don't know. Brian,
how much
Brian I think he made like 25 million, because we were talking a few weeks ago about it, and I think Brian was like, "Oh, he's like 15 mil." I'm like, "That's a lot." He made 25 mil. Holy shit! And that's why he was like, because his ex-wife got angry, and he's like, "I don't give a shit." He goes, "I got 25 million for half of the jokes to be about my cheating ex-wife." So I'm like, bro, heck yeah. So, you know, but yeah, take
how much money you make? How much you say?
25 mil.
That's exactly what I thought it would be. 26 million dollars. Yep.
That's insane. That was that much. So
see, I'm never gonna lose my money. I'm not taking any more pay cuts for nobody else.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So I do have a couple questions before we get out of here. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have Caleb Williams have a career like Eli Manning? All right. So Eli Manning, or would you rather have a career like Aaron Rodgers?
Eli.
I mean, Eli. So you rather have the 2 championships instead of having all the accolades, because Aaron Rodgers might leave with the number 1, like be everything. He might be it.
Yeah, but without championship, man, like, it's cool. You're the greatest regular season quarterback. For if that's worth something to you, then cool. But you're playing a sport, and in sports, you got to win.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying, Eli.
So you guys would rather this guy turn into Eli Manning, and so Eli Manning, just so you guys know, so he's going to have it totally understand. So he won 2 championships and had 4 winning seasons.
Wait, are the 4 2 of the championships are part? No. Yeah, they're part of the 4. The 4
9-7. He was 9-7 twice, and he had 4 winning seasons. That's the career that you want over Aaron Rodgers, and have the opportunity year after year after year to be there.
But going there, because like the playoffs are cool. You get maybe a couple extra games watching your team play. But I would be devastated every year. And that's why Packer fans always talk shit to the Bears fans, because that's all you got. Like, oh well, we beat you, yeah, but you choked in the playoffs again. It's like
in the first round.
Like, yeah, like I want to win. I want a championship. And it does suck, because I mean Eli Manning
was only good for 4 years. He led he didn't lead the NFL in anything but interceptions.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what? All the stats for that year goes bye-bye when you hoist the Lombardi Trophy
Okay.
because
Okay.
everything. Yeah, sure,
You-
you have the accolades. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
you threw 30 touchdowns and 40 interceptions, but you know what? He has the Lombardi Trophy. He has the ring to prove it.
Yeah.
So,
And the
okay,
thing,
what's more important, those stats or the Lombardi Trophy?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if I won one, because as of right now, I'd rather take Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers could win next year, and then he ends up with 2, and he has the career all the other stuff too. So I would rather have the Aaron Rodgers and be good every year after year. The reason why Aaron Rodgers didn't win, let's be honest with Green Bay. Green Bay didn't want to surround him with the talent. They didn't really want to give him the talent that they needed in order to really compete with everybody else. That's what the truth is. So I think I would rather have the opportunity with Aaron Rodgers because he's still playing, and then he might leave with 2 championships. He still could leave with those championships. So I would rather see that personally.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I can't say that's the wrong decision, But like what Martin said, it's like, but Eli is going to be known as winning the 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady.
Against
Like
the GOAT.
you
Michael Jordan
ruined,
of football, right.
yeah, you ruined a perfect season. You ruined Tom Brady from having how many rings? Fuck, you would have had
10,
you would have 9, 10. You would
9,
have 10.
9.
Yeah, 9. Right? So, I mean, so I mean that's a hard one, man. Because you're not wrong. Like I want to see the Bears win, but winning during the season is it's cool, but like Mahomes, like you had what if you have a okay season and then playoff comes and you just turn it to a different level. You know what I mean? Like something like that. So like, because his last year's stats were good. I
Under
mean,
Russell
they were
Wilson's,
good. But
they're less
yeah,
than
yeah,
Russell Wilson
they
actually
were
had a
under.
better stats
Then
than Patrick Mahomes.
wow, I didn't even know that. So good is a stretch at that point, you know. but at the end of the day, he won. I mean, he
Yeah.
keeps winning.
But he's
So
Patrick Mahomes.
it's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah,
Being Eli Manning and then being lucky twice, I would rather not wait for my 2 lucky, for lightning to
being
strike
lucky.
twice. I'd rather go ahead and have an opportunity, knowing that I am the 4 MVPs. That means it's 4 years that he was the best player on the field.
Yeah.
Period. And if the team actually did better and the team actually pushed him and surrounded him with the talent, they probably would have won more. But
Yeah,
just
I can see that.
But I also think it's a good question because the answer is Ben Roethlisberger. I'd rather be Ben Roethlisberger. But
Yeah,
that's the answer.
that's the correct answer.
It's like this the Panda Grizzly show, Bear show, and it's more about Steelers than anybody else. Maybe that's my fault.
No, I mean there's a little bit of Steeler in all of us now that Fields is over there. So we still kind of like myself, me personally, I'm kind of rooting for them. I really am.
Oh,
I
100%.
really am. And I hope I love the Bears. You guys know this, but I hope they go against them in the playoffs or not playoffs in the season one day. And Justin Fields just whoops the shit out of them.
I don't blame you for any of it. Honestly, I don't.
All right, I gotta run really quick. I don't know if you're gonna end it, but I know you're gonna end it pretty soon. But I gotta run like daddy duties real quick. But I will see you guys later.
All right, man, have a good one.
With that being said, guys, I am going to end up the show. But I did want to end with a question for you. Who would you like to see as at the other defensive end? Do you want Yannick Ngakoue? Do you want someone else? Do you want to trade?
Do we have capital to trade? And if we
We have whatever.
We could trade
Khalil Herbert. You
Herbert.
could trade a
Right.
3rd round draft pick. You can do whatever.
Like a little package deal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who? Well, who? I mean, like right now, see, Yangwei is like
Yeah, Yannick is just a signing. You could sign Yannick Ngakoue, but you could trade with another team that's looking for to get rid of their defensive end. There's always someone that's looking to get out of their contract. If you make that trade looking for somebody, would that be something you'd be interested in, or do you want to just go with something steady with Yannick Ngakoue and go with that?
Didn't we have Yannick
Yannick.
last year?
Mm-hmm. And he was doing okay until he got hurt.
Right. I don't know, man. I want to get someone a little bit more on the healthier side, honestly. Because if you send him again and he gets hurt and he's gone half the season, then what good is that going to do for us?
Yeah, but the difference is you're paying him for 1 year. You put him on a 1 year, $15 million, 1 year, no, probably $8 million with Yannick contract.
Right. Man,
I mean, I think I would go with Yannick. Honestly, I'm actually agreeing with you. I would probably go with Yannick. I probably wouldn't do the trade because I want to keep all my draft picks. I want to see what we could do with this team and go from there.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
That's true. You never do.
But I mean, hey, like we traded for Sweat, and I can't remember what we gave up, but whatever we gave up,
a second rounder,
right? But still, it was worth it.
No, 100%.
So I mean, if lightning strikes twice, then shit, that's worth it. Remember we had, what would you say? What's that when you said the 3-year window?
Yep.
So we have to make what's best in that 3 years, because when the 4th year shows up and there's no one there, or if you don't have the money, time's gonna be running out really quick.
So you saying let's capitalize on what we got right now. Let's let Caleb Williams go practice whatever he needs to practice to be ready for training camp. Let's do what we have to do as this team now. So when it's time for us to pay, we have a winning team.
Yep.
I think that we're going to leave it there, guys. That's what we're going to talk about. Thanks for everyone being here. Look for all the eyeballs. I want to let you guys know we're doing team breakdowns. Martin on Dynasty Pylon does team breakdowns every day. We have an entire schedule of what he's going to do. He's been catching up on a few things. I think he might even do 2 a day tomorrow. If he does, I'm going to jump on and help him out. But if you guys get a chance, jump on, subscribe to Dynasty Pylon. That's what our home channel. This is what we usually do. But Martin is going to be doing those things. I say I'm going to jump on tomorrow after I pick up my new car and have a lot of fun talking about those things. And he basically does an entire breakdown of what the last 3 years were, what we're going to look for the next 2 years, what they did in the draft, and what can we expect from their record looking at the schedule. So we're going to keep on doing that. We're going to have a show on Dynasty Pylon tomorrow. On Sunday, we will be on the Morning Spike talking about all things football, and especially on the Father's Day edition, we'll do that. And then next Tuesday, we will be right here, Panda and Grizzly Show, talking about the Bears, getting us ready for training camp, thinking about what we need to do to be the best Bears we can be.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, the first and foremost, get the other side of the defensive end. Exactly. And what do we need?
And make sure that we don't get hurt on the offensive line.
Yeah. Especially in OTAs and minicamp.
Exactly.
Especially that.
Hey, Fredo, I want to say thank you for joining me, man, having this and being here with us. Thanks to Tank being here for as long as he could. Guys, I can't wait to keep on talking about this. Make sure you bring your questions. Say everything you want to say. Tell us what we're looking for. If you're watching this later, tell us what something we missed, something we should be thinking about when him working with these other QBs. It's something that he should be taking from AR. It's something he should be thinking about. Hey, I don't want to get injured, so I need to do these things. Are those things that should be all working, or is it actually better for AR working with Caleb? Are they benefiting from working with him? Those are all good questions. I love that we get to answer them here. Thank everyone for being here, and we will see you guys again next week. Thanks, guys.
Sir. Have a good one.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in the eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard.